Yeah, just run through another one. Oh, hey! I think I figured it out. Well, so far.
Alright, now to find the next portal.
See, I don't see anything that really stands out as a true clue, though. Okay, I'm curious. This is a completely different room then.
Alright, now to find the next portal.
Okay. I mean, well, let's not make anything complicated, guys. Clearly, the statue is kind of the clue here, but ow. This looks like right on the money. All right.
Must be where Moreau had his lab. Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals.
So-called giant centipedes are my only comfort in exile. Dearly did I pay for my faults, being exiled from the beautiful deserts and steppes of Ophir, to this hideous green country, where all the scents and flavors are so intense that they make me feel sick, fills my heart with sorrow and regret. My only comfort seems to be a small colony of, oh gosh, Galapendros, or more scientifically speaking, Galapendromorphs, here referred to as giant centipede, living in the vicinity of my hut. These wonderful creatures, the sight of which reminds me of home, I most likely chosen this area to settle in because of the presence of shalmares, whose droppings constitute the food of smaller animals, which in turn are consumed by Galapendros. Yeah, that's one name there, Scalapendros. Sometimes I sneak up on them when they are feeding and admire their hooked limbs. Animals so impressive that they seem iron and Jackson Tarsus tiny enough to let one to gaze upon one's reflection. Okay. Whew. Words there.
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up?
Got a lot of stuff in here to mess with.
Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up. Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics.
Let's see. That stuff we already really know. Try to read the important stuff. Blue to green. Huh.
This crystal must go here. All crystals in place. Show me what you got.
Oh. Ah, here we go.
Just need to pick an entry.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Let's see what else we got.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity. Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small, The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Uh-huh.
Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science.
Great day for
In
science.
addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
Yay, 5 points of experience. Final entry.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here. Let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure. So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
Huh. And I guess it's time for me to leave. And then come back. Or whatever they have me gonna do here.
Mom's awake and she left.
Oh, hello. I was not ready. Alright, now I'm ready. Okay. That did not go as planned. Jeez. Okay. I gotta figure out a way to get close here. Well, these are not spiders. If I use axe. Oh. Well, that didn't work. A magic trap? Yeah, that did the trick. Get the underbelly. Come on. Get to the magic circle. Jerks. Huh. That's one down.
Sorry.
All right. Because I'm not done. I'm gonna pop a save. Okay. And readjust my chair while I'm at it. Okay. That should work. For now. Oh, you're an ugly fella. No offense, of course. I control that swing a little more. Ow. Come on, poke your head back out. Oh, really? Well, that almost worked. Oh, hello. Oh, I killed it. Okay. Oh, hey, that was a shortcut back. But I don't need to be back yet. I haven't got what I needed. Now I have what I need. Get undressed. Do I have to get undressed?
No point going in wearing full gear. Gotta drop my armor, leave my weapons.
Well, kind of a hassle to do that, but okay. Probably don't have to take those off.
Professor's mutagens might be as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
Alright, let's see. I've unlocked the mutation system. Alright, check that out then. Ah. Oh. Alright. Deadly counter. Ah. Okay, this is cool stuff right here. Oh. So I'll need ability points. Well, that's going to require me to level up twice. I'm dressed and ready to dance. Not dance. Okay, I'm stuck on the bench. There we go.
The power cell for portals. Feels dead. Maybe a sign will revive it.
Already done. Dump me right back into the water, shall we? Oh, excuse me. Nowhere. Go check this place out. Which is a bit of a good distance. Oh boy. Okay, that didn't work very well, did it? Jeez. Answer some plans here is what I'm doing. Jeez. Crap. Ooh. Enemies and their exploding bulbs. Damn.
Arca spores will sprout again. Should destroy the area if I want to get rid of them for good.
Found journal. The business jumped up again. Guys, the finale won't have any pity on me. Why, oh why did I take out a loan in the foreign currency? Those heartless bankers will have my hide. What do I tell the wife? Things continue like this, we'll soon be copperless. Grandpapa mentioned something about elven ruins full of treasure flooded by the river centuries ago. Perhaps I really might find something there. Enough for the next payment, if nothing else. Alright. My new home. Let's check it out.
Welcome home, sir. I am by order of the Duchess. I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Pienco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
All right.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Okay.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Very well. Lead away, good sir.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of majordomos. My father was a majordomo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Well, that's convenient.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays. Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially considering.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes.
Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days. Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius school for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs.
Oh.
To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Wonder how long this tour is.
Sir Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Hint, hint. Wonder that'll be my job.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Away.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Oh, Barnabas. Barnabas is a cool guy.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Alright, where to next? Barnabas. Going inside now? Oh.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Let's see. Start with the house.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Sounds reasonable.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone
like this gas.
and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Darn. Out of money.
Know what? Might not be the best time to lay out that kind of coin. Let me sleep on it.
Ponder the notion however long you wish, sir. I'm at your disposal always.
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I am here to serve whenever you desire.
Alright. Ooh, I can place trophies here. That is cool. Trophies.
Permanentation, hair rejuvenation, dandruff annihilation.
Dandruff annihilation.
Welcome, my good sir.
Grooming.
Keep it fluffy.
My time's up. So long.